Hey everybody, this is Claire, and this is Small Joyful Things. As always, I go to thrift stores, or I go to estate sales, or sometimes I buy things from Craigslist, and I'm looking for things that kind of interest me or that I think you guys would find interesting, and then I try to find out as much as I can about them, and then tell you guys about them. And today I've got like quite a lot of stuff, so you might notice that the camera's a little bit higher up. It's because I'm actually going to really need the space for this, so here we go. So here's the first piece. This is a piece of Pyrex. This is a pie plate. It's quite large. If I just flip it over to show you guys there's my reflection. Hi. Now you can kind of, there we go. Apart from the reflection of my ring light, you can just about see that it says Pyrex, 9.5 inches, 24 centimeters, no range top, no broiler, made in the USA, 22904. Now, that's very nice for us. Obviously, it tells us exactly how wide this thing is, but lies. It's 10 inches. 10 inches across, 9.5 maybe the base. Maybe it's 9.5 American inches, and they're different from Canadian inches. I don't know. That's 11 inches. Doing the handles, and then if you just measure up the base, it's about 2 inches high. This is not all I have. There's more. Hold on. Here's the next piece. Here we have the Casserole Dish, I think is what it's called. And let's just take another look. Pyrex, once again, 13 inches by, I think it says 9 inches by 2 inches. Again, no range top, no broiler, made in the USA. 233 or, and that is maybe a 3? No, 13. Kind of hard to see. These are all part of the same set, so can't tell you offhand what the numbers mean. As far as I know, they refer to the pattern or the shape. Hard to know with Pyrex. So, just over, say 15¼ inches full length. Then it's about a little under 9.5, I say 9 and maybe a third across. And if I just manage to get the top, yeah, 2¼ inches. They're remarkably inconsistent. Like there are measurements on it that obviously don't correspond to. Okay, well, you know, let's just continue. I'm not done yet. One more piece. Hold on. Oh, gotta be careful. Now we have the baking dish, and this is a twofer. Beautiful, beautiful baking dish. And same thing again. Get that. No range top, no roller, made in USA. 2 quart, 3 liter. Doesn't give us inches now, so we don't need to worry about that. But let's measure it up. Just over 10 inches, 10 and a bit. And 8¾ inches across. And this is going to be a little bit higher, but we'll see how we go. About 3 inches high. And probably similar for the lid. So about 8¾ inches across. And can I eyeball off the height of the lid? Yeah, about 2¼ inches high. So, fine piece of Pyrex. Okay. So now we gotta have story time, okay? Oh boy, do I have some stories for you. This is an entire set that I've got. I'm going to keep the other two down here, like just off camera for now, mostly because I can't fit all of it on the table at once. This is a piece of, it's called Peacock Basketweave Pyrex. And you can see that it's just got a very slight iridescence or whatever on the surface of it. It's absolutely beautiful. Like it's got this amazing kind of jewel quality. This kind of very, very deep iridescent teal color. And all 3 pieces look like this, by the way. They are absolutely glorious. They're like, and they're in, I can only describe, perfect condition. There is barely any wear on them. No chips, no cracks, no nothing. They have been used. They have a little bit of wear on the base, which is probably a little bit hard to see here, but definitely shows up on the Casserole Dish as far as I know. Just check there, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, now you can kind of see here, you see these tiny little marks here? Little marks of wear. It is very faint, but they're definitely there. So it just shows that they have actually been used quite well. They're in great condition. They have been used, but this is not the only reason why we know. Gotta be careful. This is not the only reason why we know they've been used. There's more going on here. Hold on. Now, I have these, and I'm going to try and be careful. So first thing I want to do is actually show you, this is my Twitter account, and I posted these pictures. That is the pie plate. That is what it looks like when I got my hands on it, okay? That is what it looked like after I was done with it. But this is how I got it from the store, all right? I got this entire set for $15. I think the pie plate was $4, I think the big casserole dish was $5, and then this was $6. Like it's literally $15 on the whole thing, and they all looked exactly like this. They looked absolutely destroyed. Of all of them, I think the pie plate was easily the worst. That was the one that took the longest to clean. But they were, and there you go, is my kitchen. But then this was like kind of after the worst of it had come off, and I finally started to see the color underneath. Now, so what exactly is going on here? I was in a thrift store, okay? And I see a fair bit of kind of olive colored Pyrex, or just, you know, kind of, it'll be other stuff, could be glass bake and everything as well. But it's usually these like casserole dishes or bakeware or whatever. And they're going to be just that olive green that I always associate with the 1970s. I see it all the time. I never really go looking for them because I'm just like, I don't really care. It's common. It's like, it's Pyrex, but no one really wants it. And here's the thing. I saw these on the shelf and thought immediately, oh, it's more olive green, you know, like 1970s bakeware, it's nothing. However, I was with a friend of mine who basically she knows her dishes. She definitely knows her Pyrex. She picked these up and took a look at them for about 5 minutes, and then finally just told me, you need to buy these. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Just look at them. First of all, they're ruined. I don't know how I'm going to clean them. Second of all, they're just, you know, the crappy stuff from the 70s. What are you talking about? And she was just like, no, you got to trust me on this one. And she basically picked them up. She turned them over. And I said, just look at the mark on the inside. You see where it says made in the USA? Like, she has this good, she has great instincts. And I owe it a lot to her, just like for the fact that I picked these up. Oh my God. Anyway, this is what they were, all right? And when I posted this picture on Twitter and the before and after, I had a lot of people asking me, how in the world did you clean all that crap off? And I'll tell you what I did. I got Easy Off oven cleaner, and I got 2 bottles of the stuff, and I practically drowned every piece of Pyrex in it. I just literally spent hours, and I actually kind of started off in my kitchen, in my sink, and then the fumes started to make me screwy. It's nasty, nasty stuff. I should have been wearing a mask or something. I ended up moving outside, and every 5 minutes, I was taking one of the pieces, and I was dousing it in even more oven cleaner, and then leaving it for 5 minutes, letting it dissolve some of the grease, brought it back in, washed it off, like brought it back out again, doused it with even more of it, and then, you know, rinse and repeat. And I spent most of a day doing that to clean these off completely. I was really lucky in that, like the baking dish and the casserole dish took about, I want to say, a couple of hours, and then made it like they were okay. They kind of cleaned up really well, really quickly. The pie plate broke my heart. That took repeated applications, and at one stage I left it overnight because I could not get the stuff off. It was just so much oven cleaner, okay? Just so much oven cleaner. The stuff that I use is called, like the stuff I pay is just stuff I got from the supermarket. It's called Easy Off, and it's got sodium hydroxide in it. Now, the important thing about this is that I actually did some research. How exactly do you clean vintage Pyrex? And what that took me to was some very excellent instructions by the Corning Museum of Glass, and basically how they clean their vintage glass is with sodium hydroxide. And there is this amazing procedure, okay, that involves protective equipment. cleaning glass with hydrogen peroxide, with sodium hydroxide. Oh my God, what am I like? Anyway, the stuff they use is lethal. I'm going to put a link down in the description if you're really curious about it. Do not recommend. I certainly was not going to try and use that stuff because I don't have the kind of equipment that they were asking for, and I was afraid that, I've got small kids, and I don't want to have that around the house. So sodium hydroxide is the stuff in Easy Off, in oven cleaner, that can dissolve grease, okay? And that is what this took. Going from that muck to a clean pie plate took a lot of that, and just spraying that stuff down, leaving it for 5 minutes, and then washing it off, and then spraying it down again and leaving it for 5 minutes, and then washing it off, and then just doing that over and over and over again until it got clean. And it took forever. The pie plate, I'm afraid to say, still has a few spots here and there of stuff that I cannot get off. Like, I'm afraid at this point, if I put any more of this stuff on, I may damage it. So it's just going to be whatever it is. It's in really nice condition, as is, but I'll just show you anyway. You might be able to see it there. There's one. I've done what I can, and I cannot get that off. Like, there's even this one as well. I don't even think that is on. I think that's actually somehow in the glass. I don't really know. And the tiny, tiny few little spots there. Like, again, I did my absolute best. The rest of them cleaned up very nicely. This one is the only one that has some spots left in it, so I did what we could. But anyway, having said all that, exactly what else have we got going on here? Because obviously, if I thought, like, I wouldn't be this excited if it wasn't something good. So, first of all, let's just go over here. The Peacock Basketweave for Pyrex, all right, is basically this. This set is what I have got. Pyrex serveware, and this is straight out of the early 1980s. This stuff is really, really nice, and it's incredibly good. It is just incredibly pretty. Like, there's quite a bit of it here and they did actually do other styles. They did this one here, which was the actual set of bowls, and a few other things as far as I can tell. It's really just this set. I haven't found anything that looks like dinnerware. There's no like plates or cups or anything like that. It appears they just did like this kind of bakeware, this particular set, like the casserole dish, the stuff you would use for cooking. And that's really it. And maybe the bowls. I cannot find any, I can't really find anything about the bowls. I really just found this set. Now, the really great thing, get a load of that price. Someone is selling a set of baking bowls in the rare Peacock blue Basketweave pattern. $323 Canadian. What in the world? What is happening? Here we go as well. Peacock blue Basketweave pie dish. $52 on Etsy. Are we out of our minds? No, guys, we are not. So let's jump over to eBay. And here's the most recent selling, like the most recent listings and everything for this. And you can see that here are the bowls, the mixing bowls that are going for like, 30, 20, whatever. Here's the baking dish, and $63 Canadian. That's going to be about, if my exchange rate's kind of a bit, I'm not sure of the exchange, it's going to be about $50 US. And the thing is that like, there's a few others here as well that you can see. Look at that. $74. Like that is going for 52. Like it's absolutely bonkers. And the thing is that there's no listings for the pie plate at all. Like, I just can't find any. If people have this, they have either the baking dish, the casserole dish. They definitely don't have the whole set. This is absolutely amazing. My friend was absolutely correct. What I have here is a complete set of quite rare Pyrex from the early 1980s. And as best I can guess, it's probably a complete set is probably worth close to $200 US. I cannot believe it. I did see one listing that sold here, and it was a complete set. I think it was the one that's original in box, and that was $260 Canadian. Oh my God, I can't even. It's just, I just don't believe it. And now the problem is that if I do actually ship this, I have to figure out how. And I don't really know how I'm going to get all of this into a single box. I'm kind of scared to send all of this in a single box. I don't even know if I want to sell it online. I may try and sell it locally first, just because I am so scared of trying to send this anywhere in the world. Can you imagine what might happen to it? It is such a beautiful set. Do we really want to take that risk? I can't even. Bearing in mind that if I sold this locally for $100, I would be making my money back quite nicely at that, and I wouldn't need to worry about shipping it. So I don't know. It's a very hard decision to make. Needless to say, I'm still going to have to mull on a while and then kind of try and figure out what's going to be the best choice. Like, I can't even. Major thanks to my friend. She watches. She knows who she is. Thank you so much. I cannot believe I found this. If you guys want to clean your vintage Pyrex, please take a look at the Corning Museum and last look at their guidelines. Like, there's a lot of different there's a lot of stuff out there about how you can actually clean like vintage glassware without damaging it. And to be honest, I tried a few things and nothing really worked until I got to the oven cleaner. So make of that what you will. And I'm so glad that I found this. Just because, by the way, like, it took a long time to clean it, but wow, what a result. That's amazing. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.